Why recycle on the spot is what we're talking about today in the East Central Business Show. I'm John Naylor, joined by Rachel Bagent from Milltec Queensland.
Thank you, John.
Now, this is the last episode in this series. We've shot 3 others. If you haven't seen those, go back and have a look. It's been really, really informative, and we've accessed the passion that Rachel has around recycling.
Thank you.
Let's deal with this subject around recycling on the spot. Now, what does that actually mean? You're talking about a business situation, yeah?
I am, yeah. It means everything to me. Our business is founded on this, is about how companies are moving loose waste endlessly through their premises and out, opening doors, letting all the hot air from Brisbane come in and their air conditioning bills go through the roof, and then lugging it out and throwing waste up into bins, or recyclable product that could be compacted as they actually create it.
Oh, because shifting your rubbish around for any employee it's a nuisance
horrible.
thing. It's not something you like doing, I remember back in the delicatessen days, back as a school child. I'm not taking you take the box. But you're saying recycle on the spot. Now, what does that actually in practice mean, though?
So what it means is it's a shift in thinking. So rather than the as you're unpacking boxes, for example, and they're lined with plastic bags, and then you get out your Stanley knife and you swirl that round and cut the boxes
Ninja style,
up.
yeah.
Yep, ninja style, and they all play games. You don't have to do that. You can actually set up little machines to large, but we focus a lot on smaller compactors that we have, little air-powered ones that are really, really popular, because we can have, say, one that does little cardboard boxes and one beside it that does plastic, so that as they're unpacking, they can just quickly put it into the machine, use it as a bin, and it means that they sort it straight away and it's not contaminated in any way.
Okay.
So then, for example, you'll have hotels and restaurants are hilarious because they have their staff wandering through from the kitchens and as they're unpacking, and they could go out 40 times a day taking 2 bags. And so what I do is I reduce that by putting the bags in a little chubby compactor. We call it an express, and it compacts contaminated waste into a nice bag. And
you're talking about the little pancakes in a previous video.
Like patties. And so basically it has a round plate, and it presses it down into the bag, and then what that does is stops the smells as well.
Okay.
And it stacks up, and then say once or twice a day you just go out with a heavier bag we've got these specially designed, we call them a lift trolley, and they're really fun, and the staff roar out once a day, rather than opening the back door and letting all the bugs and things come in. And if they're in a food manufacturing place, they're fully kitted out. They've got the hairnet, the beards,
covers,
the whole thing,
the boots,
the boots, and of course every time they go out they've got to re-suit up every time they come back in, and of course it costs a fortune. And
that's that time in motion sort of Tayloristic sort of production model style stuff.
And
so you're saying you can get some efficiencies around that?
Huge, yeah.
So we're not just making it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more eco-minded, there's actually some production level efficiencies that go on around that.
And by doing that as well, it helps if they're sorting it as they create it, where possible, we can't always do it. Sometimes we've got to walk a few steps through the factory and put it into a machine there, or 2. But what it helps the staff, say if they've got cardboard, it makes sure that none of the cardboard ends up in the general waste bin, because that's just...
It's dealt with on the spot.
Yeah, and they're not, the business is not paying to send beautiful cardboard and clear, shrink wrap plastic to landfill. They should never send that to landfill if it's clean. Okay. It's a shame, really. Sad. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're saying, and we dealt with this in the previous video. So even a fridge, saying being unboxed, in some situation to be taken or delivered, or it's come back from being delivered to a customer. And so in there we've got some cardboard.
Yeah.
Recycling that compactor.
Yep.
You've got some polystyrene. We're dealing with that as well.
Love it. Yep.
There's a plastic that's gone around the whole thing to keep it nice and gleamy white from the factory.
And you've got nothing left.
Wow.
It's all been recycled.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's all separate machines all getting on doing their job.
Yeah, sometimes if you've got a site that doesn't have huge amounts of cardboard and plastic, what you can do, your predominant waste is often cardboard, and so they'll compact all their cardboard during the day in the compactor, in the cardboard compactor, and they'll have plastic bag stands located around, and they capture all the lovely plastic clear shrink wrap, and they put those bags in neatly and then at the end of the day they'll kick out the cardboard bale and they'll throw in all the bags, so they can use one machine for more than one product.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's just polystyrene that we've got a specific machine because it's a different whole thing to compact.
Yeah,
But
so I imagine, and actually you have alluded to it, you go out and consult with people around this subject of recycling, and you actually end up sort of helping them doing some business process re-engineering, you know, to what's happening on the factory floor or on the warehouse.
we do, and like and we're always looking for more things. Like, you know, a customer I went to see recently, I'd been out there 10 years ago, and we always sort of keep in mind what wastes people have, and if you know, it's going to be very exciting here in Queensland if people get behind this and we can have more local recyclers creating products, because we've got things like bulker bags, the big 1 ton bulker bags. You know, we generate thousands of those with fertiliser and farms, and they can be re-sewn and reused, and they compact beautifully into bales. So
Beautifully even.
Beautifully. They do, they're really good.
All right,
Yeah.
and the downstream effect of this, so we're saying, and we talked about this previously, is like the staff are, you know, they're into it, the management are into it once they become fully aware of what's going on, and most people are environmentally minded these days. And then the business, and the business, the bottom line is now being affected by the introduction of levies that Queensland's apparently last of doing so.
Yes.
So it's really pleasing that we've got something going on there. So on the basis of that, really positive outcome there, that you know, we've got ways and means of, you know, an inspiration around getting the job done.
Absolutely, it's really exciting. It's very exciting.
Okay, fantastic. Now, how do people get some more Milltech Queensland, some more Rachel Bajet? Obviously, you love to engage people and go out and speak to them on this subject. How do they get in contact?
Okay, well they can contact us. We have an email which is qld@miltek, which is spelled miltek.com.au, or they can call us on our 1800 Miltek, MILTEK.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
All right, fabulous. All right, well, that's another episode done of the East Central Business Show. And as part of this is the last episode in the 4-part series around recycling and the wonderful things you do and that passion you've got for recycling, Rachel. I do really appreciate you coming in today. And that's another episode done of the East Central Business Show. We'll speak to you next time.
See you later.
Thank you very much for watching another episode of the East Central Business Show. What we're doing on the East Central Business Show is we're bringing you business leaders and the best of the knowledge. We want to bring them on the show and release that content so that that's something that we can share with you by this easy to consume format. So you can follow us across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, or just regularly visit the eastcentral.com.au/show website, pick out the best things for you and educate yourself on that premise. Now there's video content there for you, so you can just watch the video and inform yourself in your own time. We've also now podcasting that content as well, so it's really simple to consume. You can listen to it on the way to work in the car or during your daily exercise regime. Beyond that, we're also looking to connect with business experts. So if you consider yourself to be an expert in your field, please make contact so we can schedule you in and have you come on the show. So you can release your content and increase your brand across our format. Beyond that, we also invite people to send us their email address so we can send you our monthly magazine. And that's just the best of the content, the best of the videos for the month, put out once again, and an email arrives in your inbox, so you can just go through and pick out the things that are really going to educate you and advance you in your field of expertise and in business. We're a business focused show. So thank you very much once again for watching, and we'll see you next time.